Blog
It's
Talk
CCS Radio. We back.
Damn.
No music? Fuck it. We on.
Oh, yeah. It ain't over, motherfuckers. The
motherfucking
saga continues.
Y'all motherfuckers ready for a WA? Get the fuck up!
Hey, man, who the fuck put that music on there, dog? I'm really mad about that. Hey, man, what's up, y'all? It's Wednesday night. It's 11 o'clock. CCS Radio. I'm your host, Al Jones, on this bitch with... What's your name, motherfucker?
Who, me?
Josh. Damn, did Josh hang up? Okay, well, shit, we on the line with Payola, I guess. What's good, Payola?
What's good?
Shit, man, you're going to have to forgive me because I've been kind of out of the loop and shit, so I'm kind of mad that Josh has kind of disappeared off the face of the earth right now. So why don't you, I guess, explain to everybody what I just watched on the blog or whatever, I guess what everybody wants to see or hear about.
All right, this is Al Jones?
Yeah, this is Al Jones.
Okay. Well, basically, a year ago, me and Blessed had a battle, got uploaded, whatever. I was kind of in a situation where I felt like I needed to upgrade my my local name, and I was looking for, I guess, ways to do that at that situation. I mean, I basically came into BarWars, you know, I did a main event with Hoodro. Hoodro kind of, like, killed me, and then, like, it took me down, and, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, fuck, I got to figure out something. So basically, right. I Googled, like, you know, I always heard about, like, people buying views or whatever, so I was curious, blah, 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 Googled it.
Right.
So, like, I found, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got the most money in the world, but I found
where do you find some shit like that? I'm sorry, where do you find some shit like that?
I just Googled it, bro.
So it's actually motherfuckers who are out there specifically to alter your
There's
YouTube
companies,
views.
bro. Yeah, there's companies that will they're called YouTube boosters.
That shit is crazy. I remember back in like the MySpace days and shit. They used to do that with the MySpace friends and shit like that to get you more attention. But anyway, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, no, you cool, man. Yeah, 'cause I know everyone's like, man, how the fuck does that happen and shit. Like a lot of people, there's like a whole like society of these like YouTube companies and shit. But anyway, so I found like the cheapest one what I thought was the best deal, and it was like it had the deal on there, 2,000 views for $5. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I swear on everything. So, but here's the catch, though. Here's the catch. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? I pay for the 2,000 views, and all of a sudden, in like 5 hours, or I don't know what the time frame was, but it was a quick time frame. It goes to like 20,000 views. And so I'm like, fuck, man. I start freaking out. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And so like they had a customer service number, and so I call the number, and I'm like, you know, bro, what the fuck? Like, I just wanted 2,000 views. Like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, well, usually people don't complain when they get more views. And I'm like, dude, this is like, this isn't like just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this affects other people. Like what the fuck? And I asked him if he could take like the views back, period. And he's like, no refunds, blah blah. Once the views are there, I can't do shit about it anyway. And so I was like, fuck. And you know, obviously, like, the accusations started coming up right away after that, because it was like, why the fuck does this battle have 20,000 views? You know what I'm saying? It looked ridiculous.
Yeah, and so as soon as this shit happened, your name started flying around everywhere. I remember that.
Oh, everywhere, everywhere.
I had no prior knowledge of the shit, so I couldn't properly say it, but, you know, I used it probably to talk about you or some shit. You know how I do.
Yeah. Oh, no. Hey, it's what it is, man. But,
hey, Tony,
you know what I'm saying?
Tony, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Tony? This is Josh.
What up, Josh?
Oh, cup butter.
Yeah. Hey,
Josh, hello, everybody.
All right, Tony, I got a question for you. We got plenty of time here, so we're going to hit a lot of different things. But
Okay.
I think the people listening, a lot of them get the idea of you can Google and buy views and that kind of thing. So
right.
I think a lot of people understand some of the stuff you're already saying. Now, the reason we want to have you on here, I'm going to keep it 100 and call out what I want to call out, and if I agree with something, I'll let you know that I agree with it. Will you explain a little bit of, like, why did you feel like you needed to shortcut? Did you feel like you weren't talented enough? Did you not want to take more battles and show more battles? Like, get into the mindset of why you wanted to take the shortcut.
I'll explain that. That's what I was trying to, like, get to the background story of. Basically, before BarWars, I had battled what I thought, like, were, I guess, give or take some good people. I battled Elitist, which you know of, and I battled QP, which you know of. But none of that, like, really got footage. So I felt like, I deserved more than what I was getting, I guess. But if you want to say, even though I didn't have footage, I felt like I still battled, like, worthy names before BarWars. You know what I'm saying? And,
entitlement type of thing.
Right. I guess, what I'm saying. I felt like, I should be more known than what I was, And so I was like, all right, this kind of is like a view-driven sport. Everyone's like, oh, this person gets views, so we're going to pay him to come battle. And
I thought you was King of the Dot, though. I thought you was more known already.
That came after the view buy-in, though, right? You got on King of the Dot long after your battle with Bless.
Oh, the King of the Dot thing was way after, yeah.
That's your most recent battle.
Right. That's way after, and they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't have any idea about my Bless battle and anything like that, Right.
How would you look at, how do you think you'd look at somebody getting caught buying views? If it didn't happen with you, I know it's a hard state of mind to get in, but how would you look at it?
I look at it like this, and I'm glad you asked me that question. Like, if the views that person bought furthered their career in some way over, like, let's just give two scenarios. Let's say one person bought views and it furthered their career in some way, and another person B bought views and it didn't further their career in any way. Both people, like, bought views and it's kind of, like, fucked up. It's cheating, whatever. But I would look at, like if person A who bought views and whose career got furthered, and let's say he got offered money to battle because of those views and shit, I'd say that person would be looked at as, like, man, like, you should give all that money back or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
it's worse. You're saying if you think it's worse if you would have got put on because of the bought views.
Right. If I would have got, if it would have benefited me, because I mean, you know, and everyone else knows that, like, I started getting called out right after that shit happened. Like, that shit did not benefit me at all. It backfired really badly.
Is that something? Right. Is that a way you're spinning it because of how it happened, you think? Because, like, me personally, that's an interesting breakdown. However, I don't think I would ever break it down that far because I would just look at them both as frauds. And I'm not arguing. I'm not disagreeing with your take. That's a decent take, but I think because you're in the position, you're kind of rationalizing it, maybe.
I mean, I feel like, yeah. I mean, it's like I said. I think it's, like, fucked up. It's, like, a fucked up thing to do, but it's like, at the end of the day, they're like, let's what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say, like, BarWars' account never got shut down or nothing like bad ever happened from it. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, if nothing bad ever happened, if I never got offered money because of my views, if I never got this or that, then it would have just been, it'd be nothing more than numbers on a screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't really, I don't know.
I think with the people around here that are, a lot of us, people that battle and don't battle, there's a lot of people that are just battleheads that put their life and time into this kind of stuff. And I think if people are looking at it from more of a personal type of view, you know, like, people feel like maybe you pulled the wool over their eyes or hurt them, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at you more on the personal, not just the numbers on the screen, but what did this guy, Tony, do that we converse with? We have conversations with this guy. And so I think it's looked at more on a personal level because we know you, and this isn't just a random battle name getting thrown out the water.
Right. No, I mean, I feel you 100%.
On the company.
I feel you 100%. And, like, that's why, you know, I'm trying to kind of come forward with everything now because at the very least I can do, I mean, I can't go back in time and change anything, but the very least I can do for, like, league owners and people like you or anyone who has a lot of involvement in this is I can at least give the information that I know of how this like shit is available and how you can maybe stop this from happening, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like almost like a person who got in trouble for drunk driving and they go around the schools like giving fucking, you know what I'm saying, giving like speeches in high schools, like, oh, don't.
Are you trying to turn state's evidence on her?
Yeah, correct.
All right, a couple more things I want to hit on. We're going to touch on the BarWars page situation here in a couple of minutes, but just
I have a couple of questions for you guys too before we. I don't know like how you how you do this.
You can we'll give you a chance to shoot a couple questions.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that before because I don't know how you guys like do the show. I know you have a point in time where you have like callers call in and shit. Like I don't know how it's all organized. So
we're going to get the callers here in a few minutes. We'll discuss a few more things and open up some lines. But I wanted to ask you about. It's not really has anything to do with this view buying thing, but if you care to explain what happened with your last battle at BarWars that didn't go down. I heard. Now you obviously know I'm friends with Rain.
Oh, I'm glad you asked this. Thank you for asking this because I really want to clarify the situation. I know you and Grinch like know each other and everything. Like it was nothing personal on him at whatsoever. And like I reached out to him. I apologized. Like I think Grinch is a good dude. What happened was the full story is like I was out in California. Esmo was planning this big event in November, and he basically was like, you know, I really wish you could be at this event, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man,
that's to the part where you took the plane here and you were in Michigan.
Explain the background of that, you know what I'm saying? There's, like, background information that people don't understand. Okay. So, anyway, this long story short is that Esmo really wanted me to be on the card. He offered to pay for my plane ticket, and then he goes, you know, he's like, plane tickets are cheaper the sooner you buy them, but I don't have my investors' money. I won't have it for 2 weeks. So he's like, could you have someone front you the plane ticket, and then I'll pay them back in 2 weeks or whatever. And so my boy Chuck, I told about it. I was like, you know, everything seems legit, blah, blah. Could you front the plane ticket, and then you'll get paid back? And he's like, yeah, you know, and Chuck's been, like, my best friend since, like, 8th grade. So he fronted the plane ticket. Everything was looking good. And then before I left to go back to Michigan, you know, Hoodrow, who was apparently, like, you know, an investor or whatever. I don't know what his whole role was in that whole event, but he started saying, like, on, like, you know, message boards or different, like, posts, like, oh, Payola ain't getting paid for that plane ticket, blah, blah, blah. And my boy's seen it, and he's like, well, fuck that, dude. Like, and I basically had to choose between BarWars and the person who's been my best friend since 8th grade, you know?
Right.
So it was, like, a miscommunication. But, you know, like, it was shitty, man. Like, because I've never done that, you know, like, I've always prided myself on being prepared for battles. Like, I don't choke. I fucking show up.
Or not? Did you stay in California, or did you make it to Michigan?
Oh, I came back to Michigan. That's when I moved back.
Okay.
Hey, yo, not to cut y'all off, but we about to take a call. 248-346. Who this? 248-346. What's good?
Hang up on them. I know who it is. They're just trying to listen. They're not trying to be on the air. I know who that is.
Who the fuck is that?
It might be Tanya's son.
Oh, don't nobody want to hear from JC, man. I don't even like Tanya.
Hey, did we get a special shout-out to all the ladies listening tonight yet?
Oh, is there some ladies listening tonight?
Oh, it's a lot of ladies. You know, every time I get on, all the ladies tune in, and tonight we got even a few more.
They want to stroke the mullet, Josh.
They do.
Oh, shit.
They do.
Oh, okay. Well, if Josh Miller's on, shouts out to all the ladies and trannies that are listening right now. We appreciate y'all's support. You know what I'm saying? I know we got some ladies that's up past their bedtime trying to hear CCS radio fucking with Josh Miller, but let's get it.
Man.
All right, let's go. Let's move forward here. So the view buy-in happens. Your battle type to 20-some thousand views, and you've got other battles with, 800 maybe or 1,600 or whatever. So
right, whatever, something like that.
It's with a lot of people. Now here's the part that bothers me, and when it'd be looked at differently if you got caught buying views and accusations got thrown at you, and then you put out a confession blog. But obviously that's not how it happened. For the last however many, several months,
right?
Anybody throwing accusations at you. I mean, let's just use me and you for an example. I've said it a few times. I've heard other people say it, and you've came back specifically at me, name calling and cussing and yelling. And we're both going back and forth arguing. I know I was doing the same thing too. But where I'm right when I'm saying this shit, and you still want to name call and make some threats. I know it's just bullshit internet keyboard typing and shit like that.
No, but I mean at the same time it was like I fucking, you know, if I had like nipped it in the ass like right when that shit happened, you know, it could have been moved on, but since I was like, fuck, I can't tell anybody about this. So anytime someone brought it up, I had to get like super defensive and like, you know what I'm saying? And like I don't know, it sucked, man, cuz I don't really like lying like that either.
But you got to understand that part of the repercussion from that is going to be that it's not mendable anymore with some people.
Yeah.
When you don't just come clean, you know what I'm saying? You did handle it a different way, and there are repercussions from it. Some people might forgive you, some people might not.
Yeah, no, I know, and I mean, I totally understand. Right. Like, Esmo, before I even like made the public thing, because you know I know how delicate, like with battle politics and everything. Like, I talked to Esmo first. And I was like, look, bro, I got to come clean about this, blah, blah, blah. And, like, basically whatever you want to do, whatever you want me to do, I'll do, you know, like, and because that's number one. Like, I know all the work that dude's put in. Right. And if my information can help in any way, you know, that's what I owe him that much at least, you know.
Well, the way the situation got handled.
Hey, hold on, Josh. Hold on. We about to take another call. 313-753 CCS Radio. Who this?
Man, y'all niggas always calling my numbers. Like, no, what up, though, niggas? The Steel, man.
What up, Rick?
Y'all fellas, all right? Hey, don't talk no shit, boy, head, man. Shut up.
Hey, man, fuck you, Rick.
No, man, I'm listening man. I'm listening in, dog.
Okay. We're going to go to the next call then, man. Who we got on his line? 58339 CCS Radio. Who this?
Yo, what up? It's Jimmy Conway.
What's up, Jimmy?
Yo. Jimmy, what's
good? I've been wanting you to call in, Jimmy. You've seems like you got a few things to say. Before you get into it, why don't you explain who you are?
For those of you who don't know me, it's Shane Roberts. You know, Jimmy Conway. I just had a BarWars battle with Ill Defect, but, you know, more importantly, I'm working real close with Sean as investment partners to push BarWars in the right direction and give it the financing and overall direction that it needs, you know, and protect it, you know, as an asset and make sure that, you know, certain, you know, things don't happen and, you know, we push it forward in a different direction, so.
All right, well, you got the floor now to speak with Payola. Go ahead.
Oh shit. Ding,
you know,
ding,
the thing about it is, with people like this, guys, is, you know, we call this a fugazi. You know, I hear a lot of people spend, you know, almost a year calling this cat out, trying to figure out, and the reality at the end of the day is he can sit here and dance all he wants about, but the people who bought views on these battles and caused the number of views being bought on battles have ranked up to a number that got the page suspended. So although his name wasn't specifically mentioned, the overall aspect and picture that was the bigger picture of views being bought for battles collectively over a period of time across the channel, that being the one that had the largest amount purchased on it, is going to be a direct reason as to why the last 2 years of work that Sean's put into this company is in risk right now because of false views and people not willing to be able to step up to the plate, you know, and acknowledge it. And now after me pressing Payola, I don't care what anyone says, I've been pressing him for days, and now that, you know, he had allegations of being threatened to be sued by attorneys if he didn't come clean, wants to make a blog now and say, yeah, you know, I did it, whatever, you know, I did it was a bad decision, which that's fine, but, you know, you could have saved a lot of time and effort, you know, for the time that other people put in, you know, by not being like this, you know, and as a result of that, you know, I challenge you to a battle. I want to stand face to face and see what your bars are really about, see what you're willing to bring to the table, and I'll put up $250. So if I lose the battle, I'll still give you the money. If I win the battle, I'll give you the money. So either way, you're walking away with $250, and I challenge you to come stand face to face with me to see how good your bars really are, and if you can fuck with Team Goodfellas.
All right, Tony. What do you think about that? I like that. I want
to say this, Shane.
This is battle rap. Let's handle this in the ring.
I want to say this number one before we say that. Number one, I respect anyone who's, believe whatever, with all the shit that's going on right now. I have, loved this company and everything about it, from day one. I fucked up. I made a bad decision. But anyone who, puts their own time in it and invests in it, I got nothing but love for that. So, for that, I can't deny that offer.
All right. Well, let's set the date right now. When do we want to do this?
Shit, I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Yo, CCS Radio, all we do is rock battles.
Let's
go.
You
give me a month. Give me a month to write, and that's all I need is a month to write. That's all I ask for.
All right, we're going to say right now on the radio, 30 days from now, me and Tony Payola are battle to see, dude, who's going to be the best. We both might be Italian, but I'm Jimmy Conway, and he's Donnie Brasco.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I'm down.
Hey, shout out to Josh Miller, TCS, Al Jones, all you guys, man, nothing but respect. Make sure you guys come through liquidation. I got you guys comped on whatever you need, man. We got furniture in there, man, tons of shit. Just got to do probably $60,000 worth of inventory in for tax time. I got all you guys, nothing but love. Jimmy Conway, Team Goodfellas.
Guy, we appreciate it.
Shit.
That was Jimmy Conway, owner of one of our biggest sponsors, probably our biggest sponsor, the Liquidation Warehouse.
Hey, shout out to fucking Al Jones, man, dude. Nothing but entertaining every time, dude. If you weren't at Rams Horn, dude, you're a sucker.
Hey, man. Right. You know what it is.
All right, peace, guys.
Well, that was a good call. That might have been one of the better calls we've had, actually.
That was actually went way better than I expected. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we'll be the judge.
First.
This is our show, Tony. We'll be the judge of what's good and what's not.
Oh, man, you're all right, Josh.
All right, so now, let's move forward a little bit. We'll probably take another call here in a second.
All right.
You said something that was kind of important to me, which, you already know what I feel about the situation. I think it's all gay. But he said something that stuck out to me, and I want your take on it, did you just come out with this now because your conscience wanted you to come out with this and you couldn't hold it anymore, or because you were getting pressed by the legal team?
To be 100% honest with you, I'm not really worried about legal action. I don't have much money to give if someone sues me. What the majority of it was if my information...
So are you one of those battle rappers that's willing to say that you're not about that paper?
Oh, I'm about that paper. I just don't have any right now. So, take it how you want. But I like money. I just suck with it. But,
we about to take another call. Payola, not to cut you off, my brother.
You good, man? You good?
586-229 CCS Radio. What's up?
Yo, it's Davey. Hey, fucking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
it's so
bitch.
funny that you coughed when you first got on the phone.
I'm smoking, actually.
Wait, hold on.
You guys are
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, hold on. Now, when this shit started, we questioned you about it, and you denied it. But there was one other battle. Which other battle was that? You know what I'm talking about, right? There was one other battle that views jumped fucking overnight.
Chuck Norris and Jordan Ramirez.
No. This shit happened before BarWars. This was BarWars third event.
Who is this?
I think the launch pad.
Is this Hoodrow? Is this Hoodrow or Gigi?
No, it's Davey.
This is Davey.
Oh, okay. All y'all white people sound the same to me. Sorry.
Either way, it was Trap and Hoodrow. And fucking anybody who knows Trap knows that kid's too fucking innocent to know anything about that. Man, Hoodra, I just can't see doing it. What I want to know is, like, did you buy views for other fucking battles so to take heat off yourself or what?
Baby, that's a great question.
No, I swear on everything, I didn't buy views for any other battle besides Bless, bro. I mean, believe me or not, I don't really. I mean, I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you buy views for a battle you got your ass whooped in? Anyway.
You want to know the truth? Because I didn't fucking like. I was worried about promoting a battle that I got my ass whooped in, but I still wanted to do numbers. So
I would rather fucking share my J Knight battle, like than buy views for a battle I lost.
I mean, your J Knight battle got up there, man. So I mean, you got lucky or something. I don't know.
Well, hold on, Tony. What happened?
I'm not accusing you, Davey. I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying.
Here's what happened with that battle. That battle was at a consistent number of views for a while. You can read the comments. There's a lot of people that say, "Man, if I have a bad day, I come home and rewatch this battle." And then what? So a lot of people were watching it, and then that made a nationwide. The top 10 chokes of 2013.
Oh, I know all about that.
That's where the spike in views came. Let's be honest with that one.
No, I wasn't accusing him. I was just saying he was saying that I would rather share my J Knight battle, and I was basically making the point that he kind of like that was out of his hands anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like if my Bless battle went viral like that because of some whatever Ninja Turtle incident, then I'd be back up $5 right now.
Hey yo, not to cut you off again, bro. We got one more call to take. Hey yo, 313-45 TCS Radio. Who is this?
Yo, what's up?
Yo, who's this?
Who the fuck is this?
It's Tony, bitch. Fuck y'all niggas, man.
What's up, Tony?
What?
It's Tony Young, nigga. What the fuck, Jones?
Oh man, if you don't get your Tony Loke sounding asshole somewhere. Tony Loke.
Fresh off of that pussy. This is Wednesday, so you already know what it is.
Okay.
Oh man.
Can't do a Wednesday show and not think I'm gonna fall in. It's Wednesday. It's Monday, man.
We can't get up with a hump without you, man.
You already know, nigga.
BTS, all we do is hump niggas' mamas.
You already know, man. What y'all talking about, man? I know I heard Payola was supposed to be on the show, man.
He's on right now.
Hey, do you got a question for Tony Payola?
Yeah, man. You gotta drop the name Tony first.
You got that on me for that one, young sir.
Hold on, guys. We got another caller. On the line is Rainisha. Go ahead, Rainisha.
What's going on right there?
Hold my shit, Will P.
Hold my shit, Will. Hey, we do got one more. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought I saw Snow's number up there.
We need to get one more number. We need to get one more caller in before 11:30.
Josh, when can I ask you questions, though, man? I got questions I want to gauge the audience with.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's hear it.
All right. One thing that I want to, break into and just not even that, I'm not even talking shit or anything. I just want to, get, what you guys feel about it. And I know me and you have talked about this before, not really about me or anything, but if, I bought views or whatever, what is the difference? I have an opinion on this. I don't know what your opinion is, of a rapper who doesn't have a name but pays for a rapper that does have a name to get views off of. Where do you, lay the line? Because the only way I see the line is that the rapper with a name at least gets money, but does that make the rapper who didn't have a name?
Well, here's where there's a line. Here's where there's a few lines. There's several lines. One is, one's honest and one's dishonest. And part of a lot of times the lower tier rapper isn't paying for the higher tier rapper. It's usually a league of funding it. There's sponsors that fund stuff like that. There's a lot of different ways to get that funding. It's not the battle doing it. However, even if the battle rapper comes out of pocket with it, that's fine. He's taking his hard-earned money and in an honest way paying the man for his skills. He might understand and appreciate and respect Yo, what up?
Damn.
We're back on the air, CCS Radio. Josh Miller, follow me on Twitter at Raw Dogger. We're on with Celis Bundles and Tony Young. Celis Bundles and Tony Payola.
Yeah, what it is, your boy Bundles, man. Follow me on Twitter. Stuff Vital says that's TUFFFIDOSAYS.
All right, so we got cut off. We're going to finish up the conversation we were having. Tony, what we were talking about before we got cut off, actually we took a call. I asked you about the legal team, and if you just came out because you wanted to come out of the closet, so to speak, or if you just came out.
No, we got cut off,
pressure.
and I asked you about we were talking about the buying views versus paying for higher tier.
Well, that's when we got cut off, but you actually didn't finish your response before that when Jimmy Conway called. Jimmy Conway called when you were going to explain whether or not it was the legal pressure. All you had said was that you weren't really concerned about legal pressure because you don't have much money. So I didn't know if that was your full answer or if you wanted to keep going.
No,
there.
I wasn't concerned of legal pressure because, I mean, I said this, I don't know if I got cut off in it or whatever, but I'm really not, I don't have too much money, so if anyone sued me, they'd be hard-pressed to really get anything right now. But and then you said the whole thing about, you're not one of those rappers to brag about money or whatever. But, yeah, I was more concerned about if my information could help BarWars get back on YouTube push for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, regardless, I didn't come forward a year ago, but what that basically goes to say is that I didn't really care about what people think about me personally, but if it can help Sean, this information, and then, like, the YouTube account got suspended and shit, like, my information can help in any way. And not only that, but it was because I seen what got the battles that got screenshotted for what got, like, the whole thing flagged and everything and shut down, and I knew that I had nothing to do with that. So not only did I, like,
think it might be a reach.
What up?
You think it might be a reach to say it had nothing to do with it? Because, like Jimmy was saying, it can be the snowball effect.
Snowball effect of what, though? Like,
because people are here's what happens. People are flagging those videos as views being bought. You can read the comments, and I've been looking into this for about a year, and I've been reading all the comments and paying attention to everything. And some of the comments on some of those battles is people really complaining about the view buying. So what I'm saying is maybe those people start flagging these new videos that come up with all these views, and maybe they just didn't flag your video. They're on there talking shit and making comments, and so now they start paying attention to the page, and when more videos come up, that's when they start flagging them. That could be what happened, too. Like, I'm not saying that did happen. I don't think it's fair to say that you had nothing to do with it, though.
I mean, I'm saying with the proof at hand, that's all I can go by. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say this way or that way. What I can say is that here's what I did. Here's what YouTube emailed back to BarWars and High End Media, and what I did and what got emailed back to them have no correlation with each other. So, I mean, if you're saying that what I did got people complaining, but nobody complained about my video, that'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Like, what would that?
Well, they didn't complain about some of the other ones with a lot of comments talking about bought views too, but you understand what I'm saying. There's a big possibility that those people start paying attention to the page, and when new videos come up with a lot of views, they start flagging them. There is a possibility. I'm not saying that happened, but we got to be realistic with it and look at both sides.
There's a possibility, but I mean, there's another possibility that's been discussed within people, high up people in BarWars that, and I'm not saying any names because I'm not at liberty to say anything or start anything with anybody because I don't have any factual information, but some information has been brought to us know that, some other people in another organization may have been mass flagging BarWars as well. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. You can ask Esmo about that. But
well, no, I believe that happened, but honestly, I believe that can happen. I don't know what anybody would really gain from that type of thing if it was like some false flagging stuff, because obviously there's views being bought. You admitted to it, and there's two other ones that they're pointing out. And they're also saying those are just the only ones. I mean, they're saying those aren't the only ones. I'm sorry. So with them looking at these other battles that did have views bought, the way I see it, who gives a shit who flagged what? They were flagging legitimate flags. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like the sabotage picture can't be painted when it comes out that views were bought. And I'm not just talking about you either.
I think I mean, you know what I'm saying? What I did was wrong, but I still think it's not like you can't completely, you can put me 100% guilty, but that doesn't mean you can't put the other party 100% innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
like,
let's be real.
Let's be real. Just
I'm not even talking about your. I'm not even bringing up your battle. There was the other two battles that supposedly, well, they screenshotted and showed, saying that there was views bought for those battles. The point I'm making, if there's views being bought and those videos got flagged, the sabotage MO is invalid now because it was legitimate. It was a legitimate flag. It's not like people are just flagging the videos trying to get the account shut down and get videos pulled on some hate and bullshit. Some people were flagging a legitimate flag. And if you're
but you were one of the people who said before this all happened, you were one of the people, because a lot of people were suspicious about that Mo Dirty Polo Creed battle when that started happening. You were like, no, those are real views, blah, blah, blah. And back now, do you retract that statement? You know what I'm saying?
Because they said they showed the screenshot saying those views were bought, I absolutely take back the statement because there's factual evidence saying it. But what I was saying when that came out is that was at about 23,000 views. Paulo Creed versus Mo Dirty. And I manage Paulo Creed, and Mo Dirty is a big name. So I know from our camp there's no views bought. And I was just giving Mo Dirty the credit and assuming, which I still believe, that he didn't buy or had anything to do with buying.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but in that same sentence, you also, JC, whether you're manager or me, his affiliate, you have to admit that JC is a way more relevant name right now than Paulo Creed or Mo Dirty. And JC versus Jonai, unquestionably, in the battle world, should have had more views. Am I right?
Well, I don't know about the view thing. That's a lot of speculation and opinion, depending on what you like. I believe name-wise and everything, JC should draw more views, but how many more than Mo Dirty? That was also Mo Dirty's, he's a Detroit legend. That was also his return to the ring. JC doesn't share his battles. Not a lot. He tweets a little bit. Mo Dirty was sharing the hell out of that battle. He was interacting with the fans on the YouTube views, or on the YouTube comments. Paulo Creed shared the hell out of that battle. I shared the hell out of that battle because I work with Paulo Creed, and we were trying to get that battle out there because it was good footage. So, to me,
I'm trying to say that Paulo Creed and Mo Dirty bought views even. I'm just saying that, you know, I
know what you're saying. You asked me the question if that should have more views than if JC and Jonai should have more views to the battle world, and I was explaining why I don't know. I think that's speculative. It depends because it was his return that could bring it wasn't suspect to me that it had that many views. A lot of people nationwide think Paulo Creed's dope. He's battled a lot out of town in the last 6 months, so he's known. So, and Mo Dirty, it was a big anticipated return. So, no, it didn't stand out to me as a big thing as being bought views. And we still don't know how many views were purchased for that one either, because there was a lot of comments. And on all the other ones that were in question, the comments and the likes didn't really match the views. And with Paulo Creed and Mo Dirty, there was a lot of likes on the video and a lot of comments. So it didn't stand out to me as something that had views being bought.
Yeah, I mean,
but what questions you want to? You said you wanted to ask a few questions. We're going to go about 10 more minutes. Ask a few questions.
I mean, that definitely was one of them. Like, I wanted to see what your opinion was on that. But honestly, like, do you feel with regard to, you know, other information being brought forward, especially in that little break?
Hold on, Tony. Hold that thought. You're going to ask a question or two. We're going to take one more caller.
Okay.
And then we'll get right back to where we were going. 586-277. Who's this?
Hey, it's Keith. Keith Urban.
Oh,
Keith
what's
Urban.
going on? What's going on, Keith?
Man, I want to know, when am I going to get my 300 views back?
Okay. What up, Keith?
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Hey, Payola, you're a jerk for doing what you did, and you know that. Because I mean, it's not like the 100% root cause of why the situation is what it is, but it's not not a factor.
No, I agree. I just think that I've been getting the 100%.
Hold on, Tony. Let him finish his thought and then respond. Go. If you're going to keep going, go ahead, Keith.
All right. So like I said, it's not. It was a factor, but it wasn't the only factor. I don't actually. You know what? I'm kind of high. I don't know where I was going with that. I just wanted to call in and talk shit.
That's all you're bringing to the show? Where's Rainisha at? I guess we got no Rainisha.
Keith's off the line, so it doesn't matter anyway. All
right. So go ahead. I guess if we'll take another caller or two. We got a few minutes. If you guys want to call in, 347-850-8908. But go ahead.
I think we got Davey. I think Davey Jones is here.
Davey, you on the line?
Yeah, I'm on the line. I'm gonna say I'll agree with Josh. You know, Tony, you got to think of the concept of the fucking of a poison seed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the first person to get away with it. None of these other pages, none of these other fucking leagues are having this problem. So you got other people that might have been buying views other than you. You know, but they're looking at your shit like, oh, he got away with it for a fucking year. You know. Maybe you won't get in trouble for 20K is small. It is small, but fucking, come on, dude, are you kidding me? Like, you know, personally, the Eskimo has fucking, he's risked everything, including house, home, girlfriend, everything, just to get this league ahead. You know what I mean? How could you not know in the beginning when you bought the views that was detrimental? How could you not know that? You know, you can't have plausible deniability there, bro. It's not possible.
It is possible. There's no way I would have thought, because originally, for one, I only paid for 2,000, even 20,000 views, when record labels are getting in trouble for millions of views. 20,000 views isn't on the map unless people are flagged. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, the CEOs in YouTube aren't like, oh man, BarWars with 1,000 subscribers and whatever many views has 20,000 views on a Tony Payola battle. You know what I'm saying? That's not what went down, and we all know that.
Well, hold on, Davey. Tony, that is kind of like, you know, I only steal little bits of money at a time type of a mentality, and it's blame shifting in a way. You understand what I'm saying? Like you
have blame shifting. I'm admitting what I did was wrong, but to still, when there's all this evidence coming out about other people buying views, and I'm not going to say names, but within that break, other people got called out, and the fact that I'm still getting 100% of the blame. It's still bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to of course I'm going to get, defensive about it. You know what I'm saying?
There's a couple things I want to respond to what you just said. You're not getting 100% of the blame. It is getting, they are talking about everything else that's going on. And two, it's not bullshit because you did do it and you are the only person whose name is out right now. I know another name. I was going to bring it up on the show. I'm not going to bring it up because just before the show started, I read a post from Jimmy Conway, who we had on earlier, talking about another person who bought some views. But until we find out more, I'm not even going to bring that up, or until we have him on the air. I won't even bring him up. There are more people getting thrown into it, but it's not bullshit that you're getting heat. So I think
it's
one
not
thing,
bullshit that I'm getting heat, but the fact that I've been public enemy number 1 and not public enemy maybe number 5 or something, I've been.
Here's my thing. You should be public enemy number 1 to me right now when it comes to this for a couple of reasons, but the main one is you are the only one right now, especially up until when we started this show, the only one whose name was really brought into it as being a guy buying views, and you admitted to it. So that you're going to take heat from that.
I'm not mad about taking heat from that. What I'm mad about is other people not coming forward and me basically taking heat for them, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like, okay, I bought, whatever this many views is and this and that. What about fucking people who are fucking have ghostwriters? What about people who fucking bite all their bars from more known rappers and their fucking style? You know what I'm saying? Where's the fucking line?
That's blame shifting. That I understand what you're saying, but that's blame shifting. That's getting caught stealing and talking about there's murderers out there.
I'm accepting my blame. What I'm saying is I know other people, and you know other people as well as I do, who are doing what I'm talking about, and nobody says shit about it. That's what I'm talking about. I
wouldn't say nobody says shit about it. People talk about ghostwriters and stuff. That's been brought up a couple of times, realistically. People talk about that. It's not that people don't talk about it, but we've never had a league shut down because of ghostwriting. We've never had people come out and do vlogs admitting to ghostwriting. You understand what I'm saying? You came out and admitted to this shit. A league is shut down because of the same thing. I'm not going to say because of you. It's because of the same thing you did to that league that other people did, and it piled up. You can say you started it. You can say you didn't start it, whatever you want. But you did it. It shut the league down. Their YouTube page got suspended indefinitely. Hopefully it gets reinstated. We still don't know. It is a big deal. So to talk about the ghostwriting and things like that, there's a lot of problems we could talk about in battle rap, and we do that on this show. But tonight, this is the focus. You understand?
No, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm talking about, I'm not talking about this conversation, or I'm talking about before even the league got shut down. You know what I'm saying? Since that happened, I've had a target on my back, bro. I mean, you can agree or disagree.
I agree. I agree, but you put the target on yourself.
No, I agree, but if a
person... then that's it. That's the explanation. You put the target on yourself. So don't agree that you put the target on yourself and then complain about the people trying to hit the target, because you do it. People have talked about several things with maybe potentially bot views, and you respond back to people. So it's going to elicit more conversation, and you are going to be the public enemy, which to me, I feel like you like, because it keeps your name discussed and your name being relevant. I think you like that.
I guess it's better to be relevant than irrelevant. I mean, I'd rather be talked about in a positive way, but
I mean, everybody has their MO. I just believe that you like being the public enemy. So I don't think you should do a lot of complaining of that, because you do elicit that. I mean, you do know this view buying thing has been talked about by me publicly, about you and other people. It's been talked. Ghostwriting has been talked about by me publicly on this show and on Facebook, and it's been brought up. You are the only one that turns around and does the crazy, you bitch motherfuckers, your shit's going to get burnt down, that type of shit. So don't get on here just complaining about being the target, because you do ask for it. And we're trying to be fair and professional on the show and giving you a chance to talk. We also have to be real with what's going on, and I think you're trying to get attention. And it's working. People would say I'm giving you attention by having you on the show, and I shouldn't be. But I think this is a big deal and a subject that needs to be talked about. That's why you're on the show.
I mean, at least I'm coming forward, though. I feel like the people who aren't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're making it sound like, you came forth and admitted it. Like, that made me even worse than the person who's like lying about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No. I didn't make it sound like that. What I'm saying is, you're the only one. By coming forth and admitting it, you're the only one. So you're going to be talked about. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that we're ignoring these other people and stuff like that. I just made a post and tried to bring up one of the other names that was being accused and get him on the show. You're not the only one, but this show's about you. We got about 6 minutes left. This show's about you because you are the only one that we're not going to get on here and just start throwing names around
No, I don't want you to do that on here. I'm not talking about this episode of CCS Radio. I'm just talking about in general, you know, like the whole vibe of, I guess, local Michigan battle rap. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this episode. I'm talking about this day, this month, whatever. You know, I mean, and I do talk a lot of shit. I'm not going to fucking lie. I'm not Mr. Innocent. I'm not going to play that card, but there's people who do what I did or do worse than I did. And, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when the smoke, I'm not going to say anything. I just feel like when the smoke all clears that, you know, well, I mean, we'll see. I don't know.
Well, that may be true. We did a show the other day when this, right before your vlog dropped. Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. We did a show the other day before your vlog dropped. And we'll probably continue to do shows on it. So we will take this as it progresses. But we just wanted to maybe give you a chance to say a few things and ask you the questions we wanted to ask you. I mean, I'm not going to give you a bunch of credit. You came forward. I give credit for that, but you know my opinion on that. I've stated it earlier in the show even. To an extent, I will give you some credit for that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, you know, there are disclaimers.
No, I mean, you don't got to give me a Nobel Peace Prize, bro. I'm just saying, like...
Well, I'm not at all. I'm giving disclaimers with it. I don't like what happened. I think you're a dick for doing it in the first place, to start, to even buy the views. But I do believe that goes a little bit without saying, but we are going to say it. We are going to say everything. You got to talk your piece. I believe you got on here and told the truth. For the most part, I'll say at least for the most part, I think you're telling the truth. I respect that, but I'm only saying I respect what I respect. I respect a little bit that you came forward with it, and I respect that you're getting on the air and talking to us, and from what it seems like, telling the truth. Hopefully we find out more, and maybe it is a lot with what you say, but as it stands right now, like, I don't respect what happened. I don't respect.
No, I agree, and I don't. You know, I don't respect if I could go back and change it, I would. You know, I don't want to be a. I still would like to be. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah. No, I don't want to be awarded for what I did or anything. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, I want to speak my piece on it. I want to be honest about what I did, what I know about the whole buying views culture or whatever, and you know, maybe that information can help other leagues, you know, at least if they know what is happening behind the scenes, they can put a stop to it. I don't know. But,
all right, we got 2 minutes left. I want to talk about, I heard you say a couple times, I don't think on the show, but on Facebook, you mentioned that, you know, Esmo still wants you to battle and things like that. You're still in contact with Esmo. For life reasons, maybe I don't understand it, and I don't, but hopefully it works out with you and Esmo, and you guys can remain friends or whatever you guys are. As far as battling, my personal opinion, it probably shouldn't matter to you that much. I don't think you should battle. I definitely don't think you should battle right now. I think you should maybe do what you were talking about doing, and try and help resolve this with Sean and with YouTube, and maybe do what you can do to help get the page back, and do what you can do back to BarWars. I think you should take the battle with Jimmy Conway maybe and see how it goes from there. You know, I wouldn't be scheduling any other battles, in my opinion.
No, I mean, I agree with you, and I even, you know, I even said, because me and Keith Urban kind of had a scheduled battle before this the league got shut down on YouTube. And after that happened, you know, I told him, I kind of want to wait till things kind of get more resolved and everything before that happens. But with, you know, obviously Shane or Jimmy Conway, whatever you want to call him, he's done his part. He's an investor in the league. And if, you know,
I think that battle should happen, and I think you should just play it by ear from there and try and help do what you can do to resolve things with Esmo. I think that should be your first priority, not battling. And then, you know, maybe doing the thing with Jimmy Conway helps resolve the situation and move forward from there.
And I mean, like I said, me and Esmo was the first person I talked to, came pretty much publicly with about it. And, you know, he just, basically said right now none of the reasoning of the leaking shutdown on YouTube points to me, but he was kind of like, you know, he's disappointed that I did that, but
we got to close out. I appreciate you coming on the show. Shout out to Sean Morrison, BarWars. We did a lot of this for Sean too, just to clear his name in his league. We fuck with Sean. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Team CCS. That's where the shows drop. We also drop other videos, battle reviews, comedy videos, usually battle rap related. Josh Miller, follow me on Twitter at RawDogger. Sellus Bundles, follow him on Twitter at StuffFido Says, StuffFidoSays.
Hello?
Yes. Who the fuck keeps saying hello?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a ghost.
All right. Well, that's it. We're going to end the show right here, Tony. I don't appreciate what you did. I appreciate you coming on the show. That's it. We're out.
All right, peace.